Good afternoon and welcome to the New Albany Food Pantry Community Kitchen. This is my kitchen, so actually welcome. Today I have a very exciting video planned for you. We're talking about one of my favorite things, and that's garlic, because who doesn't agree that garlic is your favorite food group of all? Anyway, I want to talk about garlic and give you a few examples of how to prepare garlic, and maybe these few little hints will help you in the kitchen when you're thinking about adding garlic to your favorite dishes. So, garlic, there's several different varieties of garlic. We're not going to get into varieties this time, but we could do another video for that, and if you have a question about it, we can talk about it. These are basic heads of garlic that I've gotten. So again, I said this is what we call a head of garlic. These individual pieces are what we call cloves of garlic. And I mention that because not long ago somebody asked me what was the difference. And I think it is important to know, because if something asks you for a clove or two, you don't want to think about putting two of these in, you want two of these. So a head, which is made up of cloves, and that's basically the makeup of garlic. So garlic, very interesting. It goes with just about every cuisine. We just found out that it actually is native to Central Asia. Very interesting. It's very easy to grow. So it's something you might think about putting in your own backyard next time you're planting. So let's talk about garlic though. Garlic. Have you ever eaten something that is so garlicky, it's like smash you in the face, pungent garlic? And that's, let's face it, true, what we like about garlic, but there are other times when we want a little garlic flavor and not necessarily that smash you in the face taste. So what I wanted to do is tell you a little bit about how that garlic characteristic can be altered depending on how you prepare your garlic and use it. So, garlic, the pungent parts or the pungent characteristic is from an enzyme that's inside the cell. So once the cell walls are broken, that enzyme begins its cascade, and that's what gives you the pungent garlic. So if we want a harsh garlic flavor, what we do is we will smash the garlic, because that will willy-nilly break the cell walls and let all that garlic enzyme out, right? Or if we want a really bit of garlic flavor pungency, we put it in a garlic press and we actually press it through, and you can imagine this is really doing a number on those cell walls. So this garlic is going to be very, very potent and pungent, and it's going to give you that characteristic. So you say, what do I do if I don't want it and I only have I only know how to do this with it? Well, I want to show you a few other ways. So again, you separate the cloves, and I'm going to show you ways to do it to make your garlic a little less potent. What you can do is gently smash so that you can easily peel the skin off each separate clove. And then if you want to get a gentler bit of garlic flavor, you can take your sharp knife and just carefully cut through and slice your garlic. And you'll end up with these nice thin slices, putting them in whatever you're cooking, in some oil in a pan that you're going to saute in, and that'll provide you with a milder garlic flavor for whatever you're cooking. So again, the potency of your garlic depends on how you're preparing it. So how else can we do it? We can actually mince our garlic, something like this, or with your knife, mince it even smaller. You can prepare it by drying it in the oven at home. You mince it up, you place it on a sheet pan on some parchment paper, and you put it in a low oven, and you dry it. And what you have is some dried garlic, which can be used in marinades and salad dressings, and it'll give you a nice garlic flavor. This then can be broken down a little further for your own homemade garlic powder by just putting it in a little spice grinder or an old coffee grinder if you have one. So you're making another kind of product out of your dried garlic. Another way you can prepare garlic to take the bite out of it is to add it to an acid before you add it to the dish or the recipe you're making. Take, for example, hummus, right? It uses garbanzo beans, garlic, which is a great ingredient in there. It uses lemon and some olive oil and some other flavors sometimes if you like. Well, the next time you make your hummus, if you're wanting a less pungent or garlicky hummus, what I want you to do is put your garlic cloves that are from your recipe in the amount of lemon juice that it tells you, and let it sit in the garlic sit in the acid of the lemon juice for a few minutes before you add everything to your food processor to process your hummus. And it will give you a more gentle, lovely garlic flavor rather than the smash in the face kind of flavor I refer to when you're just plunking everything into your food processor and blending. Of course, that's really great if you're looking for the strong garlic flavor, but again, using an acid with your garlic will help tame it down. And finally, I have a couple other things, a couple other ways to prepare garlic to take the bite out of it. I really like to roast garlic. You can do it two different ways. You can merely take your garlic cloves, and what you're going to do is cut the top off. And what you want to do is peel most of this white tissue paper off, because it will allow more of the roasting flavor to get in, and it'll give you a better outcome. And then what you do is you take a piece of foil, you take your head of garlic that you've cut open, add a little bit of fat to it. This is a little bit of a mixture of olive oil and avocado oil, but you can use any. You can even use butter if you want. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold your garlic up into this nice little package and put it in about a 375 oven for about 40 minutes. And at the end of 40 minutes, what you're going to have is not only your house smelling beautifully like garlic, but you're going to have these nice little golden heads of garlic ready to use or ready to store. And what happens is you can see the cloves are released very easily from the garlic head once it's roasted. And this has become a soft, smearable kind of consistency that you can use on toast. You can put in sour cream to make a dip. You can cook with it, certainly. You can use it for a lot of different applications. And what you'll find is it's become a soft, very mild, nice garlic flavor. Very nice to keep. And if you're going to do that, if you're going to go to the trouble of roasting those those heads, what I want you to do is do a bunch of them. And then what you do when they're done being roasted is put them in a jar, add some olive oil, and keep them in the refrigerator, and they'll keep for you for several months in your refrigerator, so you can use them over and over till they're gone. The other way you can roast them is you can do an oil roasted garlic. You want to use a pan that will tolerate the heat of the oven. Again, a 375 oven, and you're going to prepare your head of garlic just like you did for your roasted. The only difference is you're going to put a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of oil, either olive oil or whatever oil you like, in the bottom of your oven-safe pan. You're going to begin the first 20 minutes. You're going to cook your heads of garlic with the cut side down. After the first 20 minutes, you're going to take them out and you're going to flip them back over. You'll find that they have a little bit of brown, a golden tint from being face down. Then you're going to add a little bit of flavor to them, a little salt or maybe a little Italian spice on top. You're going to recover them and put them back in the oven for another 20 minutes. And when they come out, they're going to be this beautiful shade of golden brown. And again, the kind of garlic flavor we like to use on a garlic toast, or just with a little olive oil and this garlic on a little bit of pasta. And it's really a nice way to have that garlic flavor whenever you want it. The bonus of doing the olive oil roasted garlic is that this oil right here also can be saved in a little jar, and you have some garlic infused olive oil that you can use for salad dressings, in your marinade, in anything you're sauteing, and you've created a second product out of that as well. So that was a quick rundown of how to take a head of garlic, create a clove of garlic for your cooking, and how to have an idea in your head of how to maintain the garlic flavor that you really want for your recipes. I hope that you'll find it helpful. Please send your questions if you have them, and just remember, curiosity in the kitchen leads to great things. We'll see you next time.